Ailawadi, a country like El Salvador has allowed bitcoins as legal tender, but that's El Salvador, and I don't mean it with any disrespect. China has banned cryptocurrencies completely. You've been looking at what's happening globally. How is the global debate around regulating cryptocurrencies shaping up, and what are the examples and learnings we can draw from elsewhere?
Rahul, we don't have to look too far. Just across the border, you look at what's happening in China, and their approach towards crypto over the years has been cautious, wary. There have been several restrictions. We've seen black market trading that's come up. But it's interesting you're talking about something like this in India now. When you're talking about regulating something like this in India, and there's no debate. We all agree that this needs some form of regulation. The government needs to recognize it in some form. And most likely an outright ban would not be a very feasible option for all stakeholders. But what's important here is that we're at a very important juncture, because when you're legislating and drafting a law, this is an open canvas. Years later, when there are causes of action and issues that will arise, and people will be approaching courts should not look at other things that are linked to cryptocurrency. Just for our viewers, the blockchain technology, which is the enabling technology for cryptocurrency, and most of them, is also something, like our previous panelists said, which does lead to a lot more innovation in the banking space, in the finance space. There's also a lot of interesting use cases we've seen over the last few days on Business Today TV as well. We've been talking about NFTs, social crypto tokens. So there's a lot happening in this space. It's just years later, we shouldn't have the same issue we've had all over the years. And it's not just in India, it's all over the world. 20th century problems, not necessarily being solved with 21st century, essentially 21st century problems not being solved with 20th century laws. And we saw this issue in the tech world with Airbnb. We saw what happened with Uber over the years, and it's happening in India as well. So we just hope that this is a robust regulation which takes into account all of us in some form, can engage, can participate, maybe get on a round table, all stakeholders, and also chat about things like what this means for the other technologies involved. What does this mean for crypto trading? Will this be, a blanket ban, like you said, or will we have some sort of regulation or barriers to entry? I think that sort of articulation will go a long way in setting the stage for a crypto regulation.
Kunal Nandwani.